Our Bible reading for today is Exodus chapter 8. This chapter shows the contrast between God the Creator against the ancient Egyptians' gods, the created beings. The second plague which hit Egypt so hard were frogs. To the ancient Egyptians, they worshipped frogs as their goddess named Heket, which they believed was the goddess of fertility and childbirth. Now, God overwhelmed them by sending to them thousands, even millions of frogs that was going to change all their opinions about their deities. Verse 3 tells us that frogs were in their houses and even in their bedrooms, crawling into their beds. Imagine, frogs mingled themselves with their food and drinks. Think about how horrible that must have been. Frogs were found in their clothing, and they were crawling on the people, and they were in their ovens. Frogs may have been harmless. They were not poisonous. But when they have millions of them together and they covered everything, they became more than just a nuisance. The plague was chosen to mock the Egyptian gods and show their powerlessness compared to Yahweh God. But when God made all the frogs die, Pharaoh again hardened his heart against God, and so God continued his revelation. The third plague, God turned dust from the Egyptian ground into gnats. This was a judgment on their god named Seth, the god of the desert. Unlike the previous plagues, the magicians were not able to duplicate this one, and they declared to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." And so God continued to reveal himself. The fourth plague, God sent swarms of flies all over Egypt and on their people. Read Exodus chapter 8, and you are really going to get excited reading the whole stories.